it's Todd Ault. It's March 9th. This is the 25th episode of what may be the greatest show about risk ever. That's a forward-looking statement and likely not true because we can't cover everything in 40 minutes. But Jason Bartholomew, my partner, what can we cover today? The upgrade of rocket companies, and the everlasting gobstopper, which is GameStop.
Yeah, we can cover that. Rocket got some afterburners from a couple of upgrades
It
for
sure
sure.
did.
You want to go over the market stuff?
Yeah, why don't you cover the market? Because I got to tell you, I woke up this morning. I could not stay awake. I knew the market was going to open at 1 o'clock. I saw the open. I saw RIOT up a little bit. For full disclosure, I traded RIOT today. I bought it yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm long Bitcoin.
That's
full disclosure.
Yep.
I could not stay awake. I woke up at 6:04, way late. You were texting me. I was behind in Texas. And I see Tesla up $41. And I'm up like 100 G's on the day, 100 grand. I remember I was down 23,000 yesterday. So I'm net up 72,000. And I sell.
Took a profit.
And listen, we are transparent here. Tesla proceeds to go up another, I think, 76 points. But let's cover the markets, and I'll deal with my pain separately as I cry in my own beer.
That sounds good. Huge day for tech stocks. Big rebound. Falling bond yields fueled the NASDAQ. It went up over 4% today. The Dow Jones was 31,832, up 29. The NASDAQ is where all the fuel was, 13,073 plus 464, up 3.69%. And the S&P was up 54 to 38.75. Bitcoin was actually enjoying the fact that the stimmy's coming out soon. I think that had a lot to do with some of the Bitcoin rally. 54,247, Ethereum 1834.
Stimulus. Those checks are on the way. Jason, you're going to update the market.
Yep.
We're going to update you shortly. Stay tuned on the stimulus update. For those of you who are making $75,000 or less as an individual or $150,000 less as a couple, you got a check coming.
Yeah, absolutely, which could be in as little as 2 to 3 weeks, depending on if you filed direct deposit in your previous year or previous 2 years for your income taxes.
I feel like some checks are coming to some people.
Yeah, checks are in the mail. It's just a matter of what they're going to do with the money.
Oh, you know what Skylar's doing.
Yeah, I have an idea.
She's
what
getting
she's
her nails done, her fingers done. It's like enough for a manicure for a year. I don't know. Well, I don't know, man. She spends like $70 each time she gets manicured. That'll save. That's like 20 manicures.
I mean, she could possibly procure a few new glass pieces also.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know why she'd need one. Anyways, you want to cover any individual stocks?
Yeah, let me give you a little bit more information on the markets overall. Oil was down $1.25 to $63.80. Gold was up $36, cracked back over 17. That's at $17.14. And silver was $26 on the nose. Copper was $4.01. Overall tickers, we wanted to start with the gobstopper GameStop.
Let's bring that up on the screen, Nick, if we can.
I like that.
This is today, everlasting gobstopper.
Yeah, I like that.
I think there's some merch. We're going to give away more merch. If you can tell me where the everlasting gobstopper came from, just the first person to put it in the comments, I'm going to send you a T-shirt.
Did it come from Joe Manchin?
No, dude, not from Joe Manchin. What?
Oh, we're not on well, we're doing it live here. Just give us just a second here. We've got GameStop that we're trying to pull up the chart for you guys. Is there a...
Due to technical difficulties.
Yeah, we might have a loose wire here. Stand by.
It happens occasionally.
This stuff happens. Yeah.
Well, stuff happens. What can you do about it? Is it back on?
Yep, make it full screen.
Okay, let me fix that real quick here. Let me fix that. We're having a little trouble here. That's okay. This is what happens when you do it live.
Yeah. All right.
Are we okay now?
Yeah, go to the top left here and expand that little green dot.
Expand the green dot.
Yeah, click on that thing.
All right.
There we go.
All right,
here we go.
Full screen with it.
Nick, thank you
All
so
right,
much.
perfect.
Okay, so $52.40 up today on GameStop. Now, I just before you get into it, I've been doing this for 32 years. I have never seen something do what it's done. It has retraced 50% of its high loss.
Yeah.
There is something in the water here that is not explainable. I want you to understand, none of you know what's happening. I'm sorry. Any of you who think you know, all you what are they, Wall Street Reddit people?
Yeah.
You don't know. You're right that you have your guys are on it. You're smarter than us. There's no question. And you guys have done some analysis. There's something up, but we don't know why. I mean, there's some sort of perfect storm brewing here, where you got a company worth now $12.5 billion plus that was trading for nothing a few. It's just this is. The fact that it's holding on volume and volume and volume.
And it's actually ripping after hours. I mean, well, it's up 5.
It's up 6 more in the after hours.
Yeah.
564.
I mean.
All right, I'm going to let you cover this. Tell what's happening in the world of Reddit, of WallStreetBets, and why is the stock at $252.94?
I can tell you this.
In the aftermarket.
The autists on Reddit are definitely, they're more honed in on GameStop now than ever before, because it looks like they're just putting all the distractions from other tickers aside, and they're just unifying around GameStop. And they like the fact that the former PetSmart gentleman, Ryan Cohen is his name?
Right, but he's Chewy.
Or Chewy, I'm sorry. He's actually come out with the e-commerce plan for a new strategy. So there's a lot of momentum with GameStop now, and I think the fact that the Senate had Robinhood back on Capitol Hill today, that was another interesting aspect of everything, talking about the high-frequency trading and the fact that their order flows being sold for profit. It's been an ongoing saga with this.
Let's come back to that commentary later in the program.
Okay.
I want you to cover what happened in the Senate with what's going on with Robinhood, their comments about commission-free.
Yeah.
Because I think those are important for people to pay attention to what's happening in the market. I want to go to, I never say it right. Is it Canaan?
Yeah, Canaan.
Canaan. That's how you say Canaan?
Yeah.
Okay, Nick, can we go to that screen real quick? Up 962 today. Canaan ADRs. Stock was at $22 the other day. It hit 30 today, I believe.
Yeah,
along with RIOT being up to 52.84, Marathon being up to 37.60, eBong to 708, Bit Digital at 1607. I mean, these are just ripping. What's going on with Canaan?
Well, Canaan, as an aside, they had Integrated Ventures on the OTC. INTV is the ticker. They did a 3-year co-location for mining with Computer North. They have about 4 data centers. They're really large. And what they're doing is they're actually using the Canaan Avalons, the A1246s. I think they're around 87 terahash. They actually ordered 2,000 of those units from Avalon. Those are $7,000 or $8,000 machines. So that was another order that Canaan had. What's great about Canaan being in the marketplace is it offers an alternative to Bitmain, which is the giant elephant in the room.
I can tell you, Bitmain, a little slow in delivery.
Yeah, so Canaan is out there. They have a distributor in the United States now.
Don't give them the number.
I'm not going to give them the
We've had
number.
our own trouble with those people.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not going to tell you guys because we're trying. Yeah.
Yeah. Mum's the word.
Anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
So
trust me. Mining people who sell miners, that stuff's in high demand.
Very high demand.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like Canaan was the overall leader today in the crypto ticker space, up over 50%.
Let's go to RIOT, Nick. It's up on the screen, and I'm gonna leave the Dow up there again so you guys can see what was a remarkable day. Was the Dow only up 30?
Yeah.
So it was the NASDAQ that was up 464.
Yeah, it was the NASDAQ.
Well, I guess there's a little rotation. David Tepper, you may be right. Look at David Tepper's call.
He was right.
He was right. Let's get long these things. So this RIOT was up $13. And so listen.
Ho-hum, right? $13.
This is why I say to you guys, don't listen to me. I am not a financial expert when it comes to it. I'm not a licensed financial broker or analyst. I was one at one time. This is for entertainment purposes, and for you to get entertainment out of my pain. Not only did I sell Tesla at 604, and it went to 672. Now I made money on Tesla, so you can't complain, right?
Right. Of course not.
I made good money actually.
Yeah.
$72,000.
Yeah.
Which is a nice pay.
That's a great payday.
Of course, I had $1 million at risk to do it, right?
Yeah.
But I was long RIOT into the close last night, and I thought it would be great to sell it at 44. So, Nick, we're on the screen, right? Can we go back to that screen?
Yeah.
So those of you look at close at 52, you can understand my pain and why you shouldn't follow my advice, because you're not supposed to. Do your own homework. However, what's up with RIOT today?
Riot just took the. I mean, there was some pent up demand from the NASDAQ, so it had basically a perfect storm today.
It had decoupled from crypto.
Yeah.
But you saw last night crypto really putting on the pounds. Really, it was getting to 52, 53, holding 54, approaching 55.
Big.
And I thought that rubber band was going to snap, and it really did snap today.
Yeah, and it helped a lot because of the tech, the tech smash today, 4%. So obviously it's a NASDAQ ticker.
So I'm not, for full disclosure, and I'm going to go through this really quickly, I'm not long Riot. I do not own any Riot right now, which is, I think, the first time I can say that in 25 shows.
Yeah.
Right? But that doesn't mean I won't buy it at any time.
Right.
But what I am long is Boeing. And Boeing, I'm long about $1 million of the Boeing. And I'm long about a little bit less than $1 million of Icon Enterprise, IEP. And then I'm long a little bit of NOVS. And then
the other big position
we own the AUMN.
Yeah, and
Right.
and Rocket we have still.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Rocket
Yeah.
Mortgage, we have
And
70,000
we didn't
shares
even
of
talk
Rocket.
about. We didn't even talk about.
We're going to
Rocket.
get to Rocket
Okay,
shortly.
nice.
Now, the other things I'm not talking about are my 13D names, which you can find them on my filings. I do have some large positions in a few public companies. But I want to clean the slate right now and let you guys know I'm not long Riot right now. Not that you'd be making any decisions on what I do. I'm not long Riot.
We're full disclosure. We're not long on any of the Bitcoin tickers, but we are long Bitcoin. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
We are definitely long Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So let's go, Nick, back to the screen again, and here's Tesla up $110.58 today.
Show us on the chart where it hurt you.
Well, you want me to do the 5-day?
No, I just want to show where you sold.
I sold right here at 604. Hold on.
Yeah,
I can't even
that's
find
close.
it.
That's close.
Yeah, hold on. There we go.
There it is.
Right there, 604. That's me.
Yeah, we took profit.
Nice.
Yeah,
And then it proceeds to, oh boy.
but listen, you remember you have to sleep sometimes, Todd. You can't just be.
I've not been sleeping.
You can't be a zombie and just click buttons for
Not yet.
24 hours a day.
I can't.
So
And I was late this morning to my breakfast with Josh.
yeah,
And the team because I was tired and I got a call and wait, stop. Don't feel sorry for yourself. I sound like a whiner. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah,
that's
that's
terrible. Jeez, I hate that. I hate that. Tesla was severely oversold as we talked about.
for sure.
And I want to be clear. I want to go over this for a second. It did what I wanted it to do. What I said was you saw a multiple day slide. You saw a slide into the hole. You saw some conviction from Cathie Wood, and I thought there'd be a snapback rally.
Yeah.
41 points I was happy with.
Yeah.
It was nearly a 9% move overnight. Did I know it was going to be a
20%.
20% move?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I sold it too early relative to where the information is today, but it did exactly what I wanted to, and I had a large position on, so I'm happy with it. And I would argue to all of you, if you're trading, you should have a plan.
Yep.
Otherwise, you get stuck in names like sometimes I do.
KPMH. Excuse me.
KPMH.
So yeah, so we had the plan. It was executed. We took profit. We felt good about 9%. So yeah, let's move on.
Let's go back, Nick, to the next page. ISUN. Now, you put this on as a day trade.
Yeah.
What's up here? I have no idea why you did it.
Well, the reason being is I thought that all the green tech alternative energy tickers were very oversold, especially another one was BLNK, obviously. But I looked at the ISUN, and it has a very low float, and it looked like earnings is coming up, and it just looked like a good reversal for a day trade here. We needed to get some volume. We did. I actually texted you the range of profit. I thought we could make about 9 to 12%, and it actually exceeded it. It got up to, I think it was a 15% mover today. So I don't know. I didn't talk to you about if we took a small piece of that or not.
Today, you can call me Mud.
Mud?
M-U-D-D. Mud. Do you know why? Because one of my favorite journalists, Roger Mudd, died today at 93. Those of you who are young would not know who Roger Mudd is, but I grew up watching Roger Mudd like Walter Cronkite.
Yeah.
He died today at 93 years old.
Hey, did we trade ISUN or not?
A little bit, I think.
Okay, that's
fine. I don't understand that.
That's fine.
Let's go to Sundial. For some reason, you want to talk about marijuana, I guess because Skylar's in the room.
No, well, it had
Are you going to pull that up on the screen?
yeah, Sundial had a nice reversal.
One day Skylar's going to snap.
Nah.
This is a carry state. You
Nah.
can conceal carry state, right?
You can open carry.
You can open carry. You could have a holster like a pink pistol right there on the side. Pew, pew, pew.
Should I start open carrying?
Yeah, no,
No?
get it. So
Okay.
what about Sundial today?
It looked like a big reversal into the close. One of the
Up 17.8%.
one thing I want to talk about was the
Oh,
country.
wow, it did rip into the close.
Yeah, Mexico looks like it's going to be the largest legal consumer of marijuana.
I find that interesting that Mexico is going to smoke marijuana.
Yeah, the whole country.
Every as a citizen, you must smoke weed in Mexico.
I don't know if it's a prerequisite to enter there, but
It's a rite of passage, like a burrito or a taco.
sounds reasonable.
Maybe I got to tell you, I had a burrito this morning. Oh my god,
Oh, you really?
I love Mexican food.
So yeah, Sundial actually was leader on the cannabis stocks today into the closing bell. Just want to keep an eye on it for an overnight idea. Looks like there could be a lot of international trade here possibly and some acquisitions in my opinion. Sundial does have that large shelf in place. $1 billion.
Yeah, they could do a deal at any time.
They could definitely do a deal. Now, they do have a ton of outstanding shares, over 1 billion. So it takes a lot to move this thing. It's always a target both ways for longs and shorts. Shorts like to, get involved in any of these pops because they know it takes a lot to move this ticker. But let's keep an eye on Sundial into tomorrow and see what happens, see if there's any conviction in this move.
Got it. Let's look at Blink charging.
Yeah, another nice move
This
today.
this stock had gotten clipped. Let's go. I'm gonna go. If you could pull it up, Nick. This stock had fallen from $54 down to around. I think this is around the 29 range.
Yeah,
28 range. Right. So this is a kind of a bounce off the bottom, right?
Absolutely. There was a huge block trade for General Electric that just passed through.
How big?
Really big. Let me go back. I'm going to tell you what it was. It was
Yeah. So Blink was up $5.71 today.
another oversold green tech. It had been beaten up for the last few weeks. So that was the same idea with ISUN. So that was my thought there. Look at that huge print on GE. It looks like a $67 million buy for $4,800,000.
We talked about GE when it was $12 and breaking out. It hit $14. You did hear it on this show, even though this is for entertainment purposes. We did like GE at $12. Do you remember that day?
That was your idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do have an idea occasionally.
Yeah, that was a good one.
32 years of doing this, occasionally an idea comes to my mind.
Wow, GE price target 18.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was very. So I don't understand this Disney thing. I wanted to get into this Disney thing. So they pass 100 million subscribers, but what's the whole? And I don't understand this whole backlash for racist advice. I don't understand. Disney's racist, or what? Do you know the story?
I've stayed away from all of these racist claims from everywhere. I don't want to fuel any fire for it. I'm just not on the. I'm not on that train.
You're not on that train?
No, I just judge a person by their character and not the color of their skin. So I don't really care. They can. It's all propaganda to me. I don't want to stay away from all that.
But you like the color of Rihanna's skin, right?
Yeah, I meet a
Pretty
person.
girl.
I judge that person based on the content of their character. That's all. Bottom
Right.
line. So it's that simple.
Yeah, I don't care whether you're black, white, Asian,
Yeah.
Pacific,
It doesn't
Samoan.
matter.
Doesn't matter to me.
No.
I don't discriminate.
So yeah, I don't want to add fuel to their fire. It seems like that's a way that some people like to divide people.
No, I know, but I'm seeing this Disney thing. I don't get it. I guess.
I don't know.
I guess you don't want to go there. I thought I'd bait you and goat you to go there.
Not interested. But I am interested in OTRK. That is a ticker that had earnings, and it's very sold off. It looks like there's about a 100 to 200% upside on that one, in my opinion.
Here's a sign that I think everyone should know about. There may be a sign that things are recovering.
For sure.
Frontier Airlines filed for an IPO.
IPO, yeah.
I mean, there's an airline looking to go public.
Frontier has a nice niche where it's just you just hop on the plane at a very affordable fare.
And you have to pedal to get it to move.
Yeah, no, their fleet's pretty new, man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like Spirit. They have a nice.
Does anyone
new
here
fleet.
fly Frontier? Hey, I really want to go into POWW, and I'm bummed I didn't buy any. What happened to it today? Do you know?
It was up.
Damn. All those ammo sales, and I got none of it. I'm so bummed. I really am bummed. I'm not kidding. I wanted to buy some POWW. See, we got to keep track of this
I
stuff.
wanted to buy some OTRK.
I wasn't up that much, 31 cents.
5%.
Hey, can we bring up the screen real quick, Nick?
Bear with me here. I'm looking
It's 640 in the aftermarket, so it's up 36 cents. Ammo,
yeah.
ammo munitions.
Arizona. Yeah.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah, ammo munitions.
Why is it POW?
That's the
Like what
that's the
happens in
ticker.
it.
Yeah.
That's like the Batman symbol.
Yeah,
POW. Boom.
POWW.
Ow. Ooh. Obviously, we like this stock. I've been following it for a while.
I definitely like this stock for sure. They've got a lot of stuff working. The e-commerce business with gunbroker.com. It hasn't closed yet. But when it does close, they'll be able to place all of their ammunition for sale on that.
So what did you make of the RIP today?
Overall in the NASDAQ?
Yeah, what do you make of the RIP?
Well, low bond rates and stimmy coming. I mean, and this could be just some short-term. It could be a stopgap. You never know.
Why don't we talk about Robinhood? I would love for you to cover that today.
All right, let's get into that.
Let's talk about Robinhood.
Senate Banking Committee. The Robinhood is being scrutinized by. I find this to be two different. It's two different outlooks. Obviously, it's partisan. So let me explain to you the Democrats' side of the equation. They are suggesting that maybe the financial transaction tax would be cool, and it would possibly stop the passions of retail traders, and it would allow. Chris Van Hollen, Democrats, said it would generate billions of revenue we could use to invest in other Americans. That's what he said. Not sure what that is, what to think of that. Republicans argue, particularly Tom Tillis, that a CBO report stated a tax could reduce investment returns, market liquidity, and weigh in on the overall value of the stock market more broadly. So here we have an ideology of, two different styles. One is tax everything. Being successful, it could be considered evil. That's one side of the equation. The other side of the equation is, hey, let's allow to have free markets, free trading, and let's try to encourage investments, and let's not hinder that with more taxes, because let's face it, the taxes that we're paying now aren't being allocated properly, in my opinion, when it's going overseas, it's going to pork. 9% of the COVID relief stimulus bill is actually being allocated to actual COVID relief. The rest is not even involved with COVID. So
I just want a commentary on a little bit on this idea that you'll tax trading.
right.
So the retail investor feels the Robinhoods, the WallStreetBets people believe that they don't have an edge, that they've been cut out, that institutions have an advantage. And now we want to tax trading on the very retail investors that are finally getting their own mojo. If I were you, if I were a WallStreetBets guy, how would you feel about the fact that you guys are finally making some money and have access to the same information, commission-free? Order flow, you're either going to pay a commission or you're going to let them sell the order flow. There is no free lunch. And so this makes no sense. Why do we want to kill the most efficient trading market in the world? It's not perfect. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get a perfect market. But why does the government want to hurt people by thinking that taxing trading would slow it down? That doesn't help. Efficient free markets help. Let the average person be able to trade for I say it's free. I trade on Robinhood all the time, and I don't see any execution risk whatsoever. I'm very sensitive on price. I put my orders in. I get filled right away. I don't know what you're saying. You guys are making up problems. The Democrats, the Republicans, stay out of trading. Get out of the way. I don't know what you're even thinking. You built an efficient market, the most efficient market in the world. Get out of the way and let the regulators do their job.
Can I just raise one more point?
Sorry. That was a rant.
Yeah, it was a good rant. So the actual money that Americans are investing and trading with, that money's already taxed. It's already taxed. Whether you have a job, a W-2, a standard job where you're paying federal tax, you're paying Social Security tax, you're paying FICO, all that is already being taxed at an effective rate depending on where you live. Now they want to take that money that's already taxed, your net income, and they want to tax it again on financial transactions. It's just
every time you buy and sell?
Yeah, that's
it's
a
absurd.
Small tax. He said a small
tax started off with California. Let's have a gas tax of 5 cents. Now it's literally like half of all the cost of the gasoline.
But now you know what's good about that is actually I have you here now. You're actually here. You said California, enough's enough. You picked up your entire family.
I did, and my company.
And you're here.
I'm here.
That sends a clear message, and you're not the only one that's doing that. Elon Musk moved to Texas, for God's sakes.
Austin, for sure.
So here we go. So you have policies that are failed, and then you have consequences from those policies.
And they keep wanting to double down on them.
Sorry, guys. I'm really passionate about this stuff.
Why do you want to double down on taxing financial transactions?
Yeah.
I'm all for paying. No, why don't you collect the actual income tax that you actually charge people?
And you know, we're paying capital gains too, short and long term.
It makes no sense to
How
me.
can you? They want to rig the game. The bureaucrats want to rig the game so it's so you have.
Don't let the individual investor make any money.
Right.
Don't let them have any power. And when they get some power, take it away from them by taxing them.
It's like they're the casino. They want to. They want
It
to.
makes no sense.
It's crazy. It's blowing.
Why
my
do you
mind.
want people? I don't care whether. Listen, there's always you can't protect everyone from themselves. There's always excess. There's always the person that overtrades or does something foolish. But the vast amount of people have benefited from commission-free trading. Robinhood has helped people get online.
Yep.
It has allowed them right from their phones to be able to trade and buy stocks more than ever, participate in the capitalist economy. I don't know what the. I get great trades from Robinhood. There's no, and I'm buying some decent size, and they do fine. There's this idea that order flow and somehow Citadel is doing something wrong. You're either going to pay a commission or you're going to pay for order flow. It's not either or. Hey, I wanted to cover. Oh God, I can't keep up with this, man. We're everywhere. Sorry. Jason and I are on the radio. We're on KEIB. Is it KEIB?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep getting it wrong. KEIB, 11:50 a.m., Los Angeles and Orange County, the Patriot Network, or you can go to iHeartRadio app and get us worldwide. And I want somebody worldwide, somebody from the far reaches of the galaxy, like over in Afghanistan. If you're a troop, if you hear about us, make a comment how far you were away. We'll send you some merch, a care package or something. I don't know how you get it over there to Afghanistan or wherever they are.
We can get it over there.
I know you can send it, right?
Yeah.
It's like kind of Pony Express. It probably takes a while.
Well, I mean, UPS and FedEx are worldwide.
Hey, if we could go to the screen real quick, if you could pull up Stitch Fish for me. Katrina Lake obviously founded Stitch Fish. I can never say it. Stitch Fix.
It's tough to say.
They got smoked today.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I like the. I actually have used that before. I like the concept, but I don't know. It's tough for
The stock plunged 21% in extended hour trading.
It's tough though. It's a long process to find clothes and then send them back, and then. But you know
they're
what?
They're doing $2 billion a year.
Which I don't understand because most of the fitting rooms have been closed in all the malls, so you can't even try clothes on. Why would you even go shopping? You can just order online and try them on at home. You can't try them on at the store. So explain to me what was beneficial during this lockdown to go to the store when you can't even try the clothes on.
So I wanted to wrap up the last 11 minutes of the show with this headline. Nick, let's pop up there just for a second. You want to read that headline?
So Bitcoin tops 1 trillion in value again as the cryptocurrency's price jumps. That's
what do you think? What's interesting about this, and what I want people to think about for the average person. A lot of you techies are really smart and understand Bitcoin much better than I do. This is a global marketplace.
Yep.
You trade Bitcoin 24/7, 365 all over the globe.
Wow, I'm just missing out on 2 trades here. We're doing this live, so I'm just telling you now.
What are you missing out on?
OBLN and OTRK, we're missing out on both trades. I'm kind of frustrated right now.
I don't blame you.
So
we have some growing pains. We've got a new trading room being built. We're not there yet.
OBLN, I think we were in and out of.
Yeah, we were, for sure.
I'm so frustrated right now.
No, but I want to talk about this Bitcoin thing because you got people say that I won't stop talking about Bitcoin, but it is interesting to me because I learned how the accounting of it's being taken place, and it's being treated as an asset. It's not being marked to the market.
Well, how can we stop talking about it if all these companies are adding it to their balance sheets? Mass Mutual's invested now. You got Tesla.
You got Saylor over at MicroStrategies.
Yeah, Goldman Sachs is opening up their crypto desk again.
Right.
So
I saw J.P. Morgan's going to introduce a structured product that allows people to put Bitcoin in their portfolio every day just by buying one product.
God, that's amazing.
So you don't even have to buy Bitcoin. You can buy a product that's a synthetic.
Yep.
You hearing the theme here?
Yeah, and also, well, the Canada has the Bitcoin ETF, and I'm sure
We got to have one coming, right?
Yeah.
Right. We're off the screen, right, Nick? We got to have a Bitcoin product coming ETF eventually, right?
OTRK is just, I'm dumbfounded. We should be trading this stock right now.
Well, what is that on? It's
That's
on
the
track?
one I told you about. It was
That's on track, right?
Yeah.
So they used to be called Orasure.
Yeah.
They had a test kit. What are they? What is so exciting about them?
I just know this is like a trade that right now is going on. All the chat rooms, all the social media. It's just one of those things that I know it's going to run. So maybe we'll look at it for an overnight. I'm not suggesting you buy it, but we're just taking a look at it.
All right, no one knows what that is. Yeah. So I want to get back to this. I really want to stay on it because it's getting to a point where it can't be ignored. Yeah. I mean, it went back down to 46, came back and that's 54.
India kind of backed off a little bit on their assessment.
Right.
They kind of like it was pretty.
But does this? There are people saying it's going to end the year at 100,000.
I don't doubt it, to be honest.
And I know really smart people that are that think it's going to 1 million.
There's a lot of new mining going on too. You know, a lot of the terahash is being United States now. There's China before was the leader in mining, obviously.
Sure,
but now
United
with
States is catching up.
Yeah, I mean we've got a few different big miners coming on board, especially the other ticker we traded today. What was it? GWAC, I think it was. That was that's a SPAC.
That's a SPAC,
yeah.
Right?
So that's Siphon Mining.
So I'm asking you, what do you think is going to happen with it? What's your take on the adoption? Because it's kind of running away. I know that Janet Yellen's not a fan of it.
No.
But it seems like it's running away. It's getting everywhere. It's perfusive. It's in Square. You can buy it. You can trade it. It's going to be in Venmo.
Coinbase going public.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah. There was PayPal makes it really easy. Venmo. So yeah, it's being adopted everywhere. You have the ability to what needs to happen is it needs to become more mainstream in America so day-to-day folks can be comfortable using it as a form of payment. I mean, for example, silver, the metal.
But
coins,
do you think it's going to be a form of payment or just a store of value?
No, I think it'll be a form of payment also. I really do, like fractionally.
It's like I can break up my gold?
Yeah. I mean, you could technically use silver to buy goods and services in several states in America. People don't do it. And that's the same thing we're at with Bitcoin. Like, people aren't, for example, there's a strip club in Las Vegas. You can pay dancers with tips with Bitcoin. Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
So I think Floyd Mayweather owns that spot. Don't quote me on that.
He owns the actual strip club?
Yeah, don't quote me on that. If you know for sure, comment down below. But I think
Floyd, do you own a strip club?
I think he owns that, and it's a crypto strip club.
Is it called Crypto Strip Club?
No, that'd be interesting.
What's it called?
I don't know. We need to look it up. We need to do
Skylar, do you know the name of that strip club that Floyd Mayweather
Our
owns?
researchers, we got about 7 minutes here. We need to come up with that information. We're both new to Vegas, so bear with us here. We don't know everything.
I'm new to living to Vegas.
Well, living in Vegas.
But I'm not new to Vegas.
Well, I'm not new to Vegas either, but
I've been to Cheetah's once in my life.
I live in the poker
twice.
rooms when I'm here.
Do you?
During the summer, it's 100.
I heard you don't play poker anymore.
No, I'm kind of
I used to introduce Jason as a professional poker player, former Major League Baseball player, but in the minor leagues, and trader. But now I get to say, not a poker player. And what's up?
Here's what I do now. I crack open a Rockstar or a Monster at about 11 p.m. and start looking at the market, and then I try to stay up as long as I can.
It may be the worst thing they ever did is they start trading at 1 a.m. It really is not good for us. Boy. You can't help it because there's big variances.
Listen, maybe
those of you people who are on Webull and you're on Interactive Brokers, it's kind of hard to avoid that some of the names you want to trade are trading differently at those hours. They are. I mean,
yeah. Let me
there's a lot of pre-market stuff going on.
Let me ask the audience something, and the producer might be interested in this. Would anyone be interested in watching us live stream at the crack of dawn at 1 a.m. in the morning, showing some of our trading situations? God. Come on now. Would you do it for the people?
Yeah, I would, as long as no one had a camera on me.
We don't have to make a habit of it.
I look bad now. Imagine what I look like at 1 in the morning. Jeez, Louise.
I'm just thinking if we went live right at
Hey, if you're getting any value out of the show, you got to subscribe. I need you to push the bell so you get notified. We got to push that subscription thing more often. I think we got like 21,000 subscribers, but they're all over the world.
Yeah, we need more.
We need more. You always need more. We need more. So the radio show has been a hit so far. I'm happy with it.
You want to cover some other stuff besides stocks?
I do. Let's cover some political stuff.
So let's talk about guns.
I love guns.
So the Second Amendment news here in Missouri.
Uh-oh.
The House passed a bill to allow concealed carry on public buses and trains. So I like that. You know, the reason I like that is self-defense is a basic human right. I mean, you could call 911, but and shout out to all our law enforcement. They do a wonderful job, especially in today's climate under such scrutiny with body cameras and everything being highly scrutinized in a 24-hour news cycle. But let's face it, if you call 911, it could take minutes for them to respond, and every second matters in a life and death situation. So I am very for this self-defense, being allowed to carry concealed on public buses and trains. Hats off to Missouri with some common sense there. So what are your thoughts on that?
It scares me that people will be carrying guns everywhere, but I don't think there's a lot we can do about it.
Listen, an armed society is a polite society. Let's just face it. You want to go down to Texas?
I know in Texas, when you go down to Texas and you're robbing the liquor store. Now, I would know nothing about robbing a liquor store, but I've seen that when you're robbing a liquor store, it isn't the person behind the counter you need to be worried about. It's not the police, but it's Joe Sixpack buying a keg of beer or whatever, a 45 ounce or whatever, and shooting your in the back of the head.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people. I know there was a shooting in Texas in which the person was killed by the people in the church and not by the police.
Yeah,
and they whipped him up, right?
Yeah.
So I think that the problem is there's always going to be lunatics. You got to kind of deal with them. But that's just the nature of the biz, right? But I think being armed, unfortunately, it's a right.
It's a numbers game. Yes, it is. It's in our Constitution. And
there's an interesting trade-off between this because there are certain countries that ban it and they do not have the death rates we do with guns. But the problem is this sort of totalitarian thing is that we are an armed nation.
Yeah.
And the political people out there have to be aware that we're not going to be enslaved.
Right, it's tyranny. Yeah. They're like, oh,
it's against tyranny, right?
They
tyranny.
think tyranny can't exist again. Well, it can exist again for sure.
It can.
Yeah,
it can.
And if we're armed, obviously the argument is, oh, you're going to take on the M1 Abrams tanks, are you? Well, let me just remind you of this. Back in the 1970s and early 1980s, the USSR tried to take over Afghanistan, and these guys were fighting the USSR out of mountains with old AK-47s, and they hold off the Soviet Union for 8 to 10 years. And finally, the Soviet Union says, the hell with this. We're just going to pull out. We're done. So,
hey, I want to cover a real quick story on Bitcoin, if you don't mind again. One more time.
Go ahead.
Hey, so let's go to the screen, Nick. If you look at the story, I want you to pull it up. U.S. government sells 0.75 Bitcoin for $38,000 at current prices.
What?
This is an auction going on where they have seized some assets, including some crypto, and they're selling that crypto at a discount. They're selling it at an auction. But it reminds me of a guy who is, I know through a friend of mine named Tim Draper. Now, Tim Draper, if you're out there, I wanted to highlight the fact that you bought 30,000 Bitcoin for $19 million in 2014 from the Silk Road auction. And that Bitcoin is worth over $1.5 billion today. Tim Draper has been following Bitcoin. If you want to follow someone that understands Bitcoin, that's been in the trade for a long time, 7 years, a super smart guy, this guy's up $1.5 billion on a $19 million investment. He bought it. People thought he was crazy. He bought it at auction. He bought Bitcoin from the Silk Road government seizure,
Yep.
And he's got $1.5 billion, and he's long, and he thinks it's going to 250,000. Hey, it's March 9th, 2021. It's the 25th episode.
26th.
You said 25th.
2 live.
I lied.
26.
Oh, it's the 20. Is that true?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, it's the 26th episode of Risk On. We're getting better with the show. We did it live. We want to do it right away. We don't want to have to wait for that edit. We want to cover the markets. It was a rocking day today. We're long Rocket Mortgage, long Rocket Companies.
Yep.
We're long Bitcoin. We will see you tomorrow. It's March 9th. We'll see you tomorrow.